pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
All right, good morning, everyone. Okay, the first item will be the requesting the board approve and execute the minutes for the meeting of June 10th of 2014.
So moved.
Second.
Absent. Seeing good or no?
Aye.
Aye. All right. So the meetings are approved. Then we've got Heidi with the financials.
Financials this morning include a supplemental appropriation for the auditor's real estate assessment fund for additional contract services appropriation needed for software maintenance contracts. Cash transfer out of the general fund for a portion of 2014 funding for the county home. Contract for the Geauga Airport Authority for the ODOT Aviation Project 1403 to reconstruct T-hanger taxiways A and B in the amount of $180,114. Contract for Infinity Paving Company for the Geauga County Fairground Sidewalk and Parking Facilities Improvement Project under Grant DF 13-1AZ1 in the amount of $79,830. Travel request for the Office of Community and Economic Development and the Juvenile Court. Payments for Woolperk Incorporated for aerial pictometry services for the auditor's real estate assessment fund totaling $60,460.17. Payments to Luminate for the auditor ADP board for annual service contract for WebSense web security totaling $24,221.50. Payment to USPS for the maintenance department for postage for the mail meter in the amount of $30,000. Payment to Business Smarts for network equipment, including the server for the sheriff's 911 dispatch fund in the amount of $25,891.04.
All right, I'll make a motion for that.
Second.
Commissioner Sweetie? Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Motion approved. Okay. Okay. So if we can have someone from the Geauga County Agricultural Society.
Well, no, these are just they made their
They
presentation.
already
These
did.
are
Okay.
just the approvals of
Okay.
their.
So we probably can just read them all then and take one.
Yeah, 3 through 6.
Yeah.
Yes. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve an encumbrance and expenditure to the Geauga County Agricultural Society pursuant to ORC 1711.15 and 1711.16 for the year 2014 in the amount of $20,000. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve an encumbrance and expenditure to the Geauga County Tourism Council pursuant to ORC 307.692 for the year 2014 in the amount of $20,000. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve an encumbrance and expenditure to the Geauga County Historical Society pursuant to ORC 307.23 for the year 2014 in the amount of $20,000. The Commissioner's Office is requesting the Board approve an encumbrance and expenditure to the Lake Geauga Recovery Center to fund an assistant for the jail treatment program at the Geauga County Safety Center for the year 2014 in the amount of $41,200.
All right, I'll make a motion for all of those items.
Second goes forward.
Commissioner Sweetie?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Aye, all for approved. And then if we have maintenance department fund.
Diane?
Diane, how are you?
Looks a lot better.
Yeah.
I'm here for Glenn today, got in the woods with a bunch of Boy Scouts.
Oh. I hope they open back.
I'm enjoying it. He's the biggest Boy Scout.
This is you had someone else who.
Correct, we had another fellow
And
like
they
that.
withdraw.
Correct, so this is, they interviewed Brian, and they'd like to have him for summer help.
Okay, so this will just be temporary then, position? Okay.
A few weeks, a couple months here.
Alrighty. And if we could read number 7.
The Maintenance Department is requesting the Board approve hiring Brian
Binary.
Benary to the position of summer help number 0101 at a rate of $8.25 per hour to be effective June 22nd, 2014 through September 30th, 2014.
Make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion stands approved. Thank you.
Thank you.
How are you?
Good.
Congratulations on that.
Sheriff, how you doing?
Around, sir.
Congratulations, nice job on that.
Thank you.
Good
Thank you.
job,
Appreciate
Simon.
that.
Good catch. Diane Mariana. Good job.
Where's the pup?
She's here. She's here. Back at work. One day off.
One day.
I guess I got-
365, one.
I had one tooth pulled.
Last week.
Yeah. Pardon? She's 8.5 years old.
Is that normal?
Oh, yeah, very much. And
the sick time do
small,
they get?
small
One
loss.
day.
What kind of sick time do they get, Dan? As much as they want.
Well, yeah. Yeah, her,
She hasn't missed much time, so when she retires, there's probably gonna be quite a payout.
yes, I like that. I like that. Okay, good. We're here today before the board with a e-learning service proposal for our corrections officers and other corrections staff, to include kitchen workers, medical, clerical, those who have contact with inmates. They're required to get, the number was just changed, 8 hours of training annually to maintain certification for work with inmates. Previous to this, we would have to send our folks out for the training. This new proposal allows us to do e-learning at the jail. It's appropriately tracked. The topics, the curriculum is approved and meets the requirements of training they have to have. And frankly, it's much cheaper than tuition, backfill, travel, in some cases even overnight lodging, depending on how far you have to send them, how much time is involved in training. So normally, something like this, you would think the sheriff would have the ability to sign a contract like this, but we do not. So I come to commissioners for approval.
Is it
It's in
similar
our
like
budget.
OLEG, or is it similar to like our training deal?
Would kind of be like that,
Okay.
except that it's targeted and geared towards the corrections field and meets the standards of.
It's probably a little tougher, you can't
Right.
cheat, I mean, you can't just hit play and walk away. It's interactive, so it's
Yeah.
probably a little.
Yeah.
But they still have the ability to commence the training, stop, pause it,
Do
go
something.
do some duties, come back an hour later,
Yeah.
a day later if need to.
Oh.
As opposed to, I've lost them and have to backfill, bring someone else in to cover the time.
Okay.
Working the system.
Well,
It's not cheating, it's working the system.
You get it in between things.
Sounds like you've done it.
I
I read about it. I read about it.
Alrighty, so if we can read number 8 then.
The Sheriff's Office is requesting the Board approve and authorize the President of the Board to execute the Reliance Learning e-learning services proposal to the Geauga County Jail for in-service training for the Corrections Division in the amount of $4,450.
Second.
Commissioner Sweet? Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Motion stands approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Have a good day.
Alrighty, so now we're gonna have the prosecutor's office. Cindy, how are you?
Good morning.
Still on the,
Yeah,
She was looking around.
she's still on the anesthetic, they're gone, the dog's still on it.
When you're little, you can go in and play.
How you doing this morning?
Fine, thank you.
Good, good. So we've got some big advocacy funds needed and application.
Right, we had a grant from the Attorney General's office, administers a grant, federal grant from the Department of Justice, called the VOCA grant. And then they also have some state money, and that's the State Victim Assistance Grant. So we need a 25% match in order for them to give the funds to us, so we come before you asking.
Is that what it was last year also? So it's very similar?
It's a little bit more.
A little more?
Yeah, with the increase in, we're requesting more from the Attorney General's
Oh,
office
I
with
see.
the increase in the healthcare and the cost, so.
Just to understand that.
Okay. So if we can read number 9.
The Prosecutor's Office is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the Victim of Crime Act Geauga 2015 BAGENE 005 and State Victim Advocacy Act SBAA 2015 SAGENE 005 2014 through 2015 grant application for the Geauga County Prosecutor Victim Witness Program in the amount of $68,453, $47,992 federal VOCA funds, $16,000 county general fund, and $4,461 in SBA funds for the period October 1st, 2014 through September 30th, 2015.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion stands approved. All right,
Thanks
thank
very
you.
much.
Yeah. Okay, we've got somebody from the engineer's office. Oh, Joe, how are you? Good,
There's
good.
That's a big somebody.
Morning.
How you doing?
Morning, good, good.
When'd you lose the sling?
Last Monday.
I haven't seen you since then. I don't
It's
think.
not, yeah, it hurts to use, but it's nice to have it back. Yeah, can't rotate it beyond that.
Oh.
You know the gig, you've had it done. Let's see, got two items on here today, both awarding bids to contractors. The first one is to Neroni and Sons for the drainage improvement of Old State Road, the county portion there to, from 528 down to 88. We're setbacks and ditches, there's some areas where the ditch is right up along the pavement, and we're gonna resurface that road next year, so we're just kind of prepping that stuff, and it's hit or miss, it's not, we're not doing both sides completely, but this should take care of all the drainage issues that need to be taken care of, so next year we're just gonna resurface it. But that's about it for that one.
Okay. Do you want to read number 10 then?
The county engineer's office is requesting the board award the bid to Neroni and Sons Incorporated for the drainage improvement of Old State Road, CH6 sections B through H in Middlefield and Parkman Townships in the amount of $623,269 as they represented the lowest and best bid. The bond submitted shall be held to serve as the performance bond for this project.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweeney?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, motion approved.
Okay. The next one I have on here is to award the bid to Burton Scott for the improvements on Ravenna Road at two locations, both at culverts. And this one also is just some preparatory work for next year. We're going to resurface that, the whole county section
Wow.
into the village line up to Lake County. And our maintenance crews have done some work out there, drainage work, and they're gonna do a little bit more this year, but this was beyond the scope of what those guys should be doing, so we're bidding these two portions out.
Yep.
And it's to Burton Scott, they always do good work, and they're local guys.
Didn't you just do culvert work like last year on this?
We, not, on this section of road, but not these two sites. Yeah, and we did use a contractor to put that one in over there by, what's the road? Well, by Wintergreen, right there.
You know,
Used
the
a
Ravenna
contractor
Road,
to do
when
that.
you're driving, if I have the right one, as you drive down there, there's an area where there's a dam, and it looks like the dam broke.
Oh, yeah.
Yes, yeah, the
What
old
about
Hosford
that?
Dam.
What
There-
happens to that?
Well, we've talked to the homeowner about that, and he says he's gonna rebuild it.
Really?
That pond is so silted in right now that
It's
if
not
anything
good.
happened, it wouldn't hurt us. Our culvert could take
Yeah,
whatever
I
that
was
can give us.
concerned, we've been
Yeah.
watching
Oh,
them.
we
Yeah,
have
for
too.
years that thing's just been
But
eroding.
it's just a road, yeah.
It's gone
yeah,
now, I
Right,
think.
he could have made some simple repairs years ago and saved it.
And now.
We assumed they just gave up on it, but
Just
he
a
says he's gonna
model.
repair it.
Really?
Which surprises me.
That's gonna be expensive, I would
Yeah.
think.
And in the meantime, we're a little concerned that some of those chunks of concrete could, in a storm, flip down and plug up our culvert. So
Right.
we're keeping
Yeah.
an eye on that, and if need be, we'll send a machine in there and break those up and remove them. But right now, it's on private property, and we
It
really
is
can't
what
do
it-
anything. We've even
Hmm.
offered to do it.
He wouldn't be liable for anything that would come off
He
into
would
the-
be.
He would be,
Yeah.
and he's
yeah.
been told that?
Yeah, and we've offered to help out. He's polite, but just says, no, it's my property.
There's nobody downstream from him, right? That's down at the bottom of that culvert.
I
If the
don't
water
know.
went up
What's
and
on
went over
other
the
side?
road.
Is that the,
If it went over the road, it wouldn't hurt any homes or whatever,
Right.
but if a car was going down that
Like
at
that-
night or something,
Yeah, I
or,
would think it'd be a lot
generally
better.
when it comes down the backside of the embankment.
It's
it
gonna
really-
wash
it
the
really
road
everything.
out.
Yeah, it could cause some serious damage. But right now, there's just not much water in there that, I'm not really that concerned about it. We keep an eye on it. I drive it
If
every
that thing
day.
fails, there'd be mostly muck coming
Yeah,
down there, mush.
exactly.
we always worried, like, what's that gonna do?
Yeah, that was a beautiful pond. too.
It was.
Yeah, surprised they didn't maintain it.
Drive
But
down.
yeah, it's a private issue, so.
Yeah, okay.
All right, if we could read number 11.
The county engineer's office is requesting the board award the bid to Burton Scott Contractors LLC for the improvement at culverts number 601-0.20 and 601-2.28 on Ravenna Road in Chardon Township in the amount of $115,773, as they represented the lowest and best bid. They advised that it shall be held to serve as a performance bond for this project.
So moved.
Second.
Commissioner Stevens?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion approved.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Joe. Okay, the, Bob Wystat, how are you?
One time.
Aye.
Good to see you, Bob.
How are you?
How you doing?
Bob, how you doing? Good to see you.
Doing well, still fighting.
Forever. You've been
We
hiding.
had a meeting with ODH yesterday
And,
about sewage. and
Oh.
I think we had great success.
oh, we did? What,
We'll
really?
see what they put in written down. But it was a battle. It's not over, but
But you feel like you're
felt very
being hurt?
very well. And hopefully we can make some sanity out of this. We'll see what they submit back to us.
Okay, so for today, we've got, the use of our records commission, and, anything really that, you wanted to add to this?
Well, basically, you have been so gracious to work with us and allow the Records Commission to help us store our records. And that's been a very good partnership. So it's led for, us to work together with the PIO. We've allowed, the board says, well, gee, if the commissioners are working with us, we'll allow you to use our staff members for the PIO. for
And
the
she was
county.
there the other day.
Right,
Yeah.
so it's a relationship that I want to keep going, and I want it to be positive. So with this right here, we're asking to, for you all to allow us to continue to use that as our basis to store our records. So that's why I'm here today.
Okay.
Alrighty, so if we could, okay, so, yeah, so then we'll do together, sure.
So there's 12. The Geauga County Health District is requesting the board approve and execute resolution number 14-098, authorizing an agreement between the Geauga County Board of Commissioners and Geauga County Board of Health, allowing the Board of Health to utilize the Geauga County Records Commission to act as its record commission pursuant to ORC 307.15. The Geauga County Health District is requesting the board approve and execute an agreement allowing the Board of Health to utilize the Geauga County Records Commission to act as its records commission pursuant to ORC 307.15.
Make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Eby? Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion approved. That's it.
Thank you very much.
Thank
Y'all
you.
have a great
Thank you,
day.
Bob.
Take care.
Okay, the next we're going to have Jessica from the Department of Aging. How are you?
Good, how are you?
Good, good.
Got a couple of things today. First and foremost, Dave Loco, our senior sites supervisor, or senior center supervisor, he is going to retire.
For sure.
For sure. So that's to be effective June 27th. He just told me on Friday. He's a nice guy and he'll be
Oh,
missed.
yeah,
so.
he is a great guy.
Okay, so let's go ahead and read number 14.
The Department on Aging is requesting the board accept the resignation of David Lucko, Senior Center Supervisor, to be effective June 27, 2014.
I make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Eby?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion approved.
And then we want to post that position internally for 5 days to see if we have any qualified internal candidates.
Ready? You can read that.
The Department on Aging is requesting board grant permission to advertise for the position of Senior Center Supervisor number 1003 internally for a period of 5 days, June 24, 2014 through July 1st, 2014.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweetie?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye. Motion approved. Number 16, Jessica.
Okay, the next 1, 2, 3, 4, I believe 6 are regarding our homemaker and personal care bids. We did the bid opening for our homemaker and personal care program. Out of the 6 contracts that we have, 5 did bid. Again, Embassy did not. We had 1 new bidder as well. Cherished Companions is the new bidder. Family Tree, First Light, Home Instead, University Hospital, and Comfort Keepers were the ones that bid again. For the folks that worked with us before, what we do is we do keep, files regarding any issues regarding quality of care or administrative issues. One of the companies that we worked with last year, we were recommending to reject the bid, and that is with Comfort Keepers for 3 reasons. They had a misunderstanding of the contracted services. They were billing us for companionship services, and that's not something that we do. We do homemaker personal care, and they did that on more than 1 occasion, which we had to talk with them about that. Secondly, there was repeated documentation in their invoicing, and it was systematic, above and beyond data entry. They shorted themselves money. Like I said, they would charge for companionship services. And lastly, they refused to serve clients. Actually, they provided no service in the month of August, and the contract started August 15th. They only provided 8 hours of service in September, so they weren't serving the clients they were assigned. So we don't want to move forward with them at this time. Hopefully, things will come around and next year will be a new year, but
Yeah.
as far as now.
So they're not the good ones.
Okay. We could read 16.
Do you want to do it individually or do you want to do them all?
Yeah, actually, why don't we just do them all together instead of.
So CareCore did,
16, 17, 18, 19, and 20.
Yep.
Yes, and then we'll do 21 separately. The Department on Aging is requesting the board award the bid to Paul Care LLC doing business as Home Instead Senior Care Services Incorporated for the homemaker and personal care services for Geauga County residents age 16 and older for 9,360 units of service at a reimbursed rate of $21 per unit for the period August 15, 2014 through August 14, 2015 for an annual contract value of $196,560. The Department on Aging is requesting the board award the bid to Maple Grove Enterprises Incorporated doing business as First Light Home Care for the homemaker and personal care services for Geauga County residents age 16 and older for 3,120 units of service at a reimbursed rate of $21 per unit for the period August 15, 2014 through August 14, 2015 for an annual contract value of $65,520. The Department on Aging is requesting the board award the bid to Family Tree Home Care Services LLC for the homemaker and personal care services for Geauga County residents age 16 and older for 3,120 units of service at a reimbursed rate of $21 per unit for the period August 15, 2014 through August 14, 2015 for an annual contract value of $65,520. The Department on Aging is requesting the board award the bid to Cherished Companions Home Care LLC for the homemaker and personal care services for Geauga County residents age 16 and older for 2,080 units of service at a reimbursed rate of $21 per unit for the period August 15, 2014 through August 14, 2015 for an annual contract value of $43,680. The Department on Aging is requesting the board award the bid to University Hospitals Home Care Services Incorporated for the homemaker and personal care services for Geauga County residents age 16 and older for 1,560 units of service at a reimbursed rate of $21 per unit for the period August 15, 2014 through August 14, 2015 for an annual contract value of $32,760.
I'll make those motions.
I'll second the motion.
Commissioner Sweetie?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion approved. And then for 21, we could read that separately.
The Department on Aging is requesting the board reject the bid from Comfort Keepers for the homemaker and personal care services for Geauga County residents age 60 and older.
I'll make that motion.
Second.
Commissioner Sweetie?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion stands approved on that.
And lastly, we talked a little bit about the Department on Aging's Farm Market Program. This is the federal farm market program through the Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging. This is income-based, and what they have decided is we are eligible to, we will be receiving 158 coupon sets. So what we'd like to do is enter into an agreement with them. So what we can do is send out applications to seniors who meet the income requirements. And then they can send them back to us. If they qualify, we'll give them the coupon set. It's $50 as well.
So the,
Similar to our program.
So they get the coupon for the $50 and.
Yeah, $50, I just looked it
For the fresh.
Okay.
farm
That's for the whole season, right?
For the whole season, June through
10,
October.
10.
Now, just to be clear, you can't qualify for both. You
You
can't
can't.
qualify for
Oh.
the Department on Aging's and
And
low
just-
income, so.
And what's our total coupon? Is it 50 also?
We get 100, yes, we do a $50 as well, and we focus on nutritionally at risk. This is income based,
And then they'll be able to use this with all the selected markets that we did?
right?
Okay. Okay, if you could read number 23, or 22, correct, you.
Department on Aging is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the 2014 Senior Farmers Market Nutrition Program Distribution Agent Agreement between Western Reserve Area Agency on Aging and Geauga County Board of Commissioners for the Department on Aging for 158 coupon sets valued at $7,900 for the period June 1st, 2014 through October 31st, 2014.
Make that motion?
Second?
Commissioner Sweet?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye, motion approved. Thanks,
All right,
Jessica.
thank you. You have a good afternoon, or good morning.
That's
still.
pretty good.
I
found
did
that-
pretty darn good, thank you.
Yeah, we have a hearing at 10:30 and.
Wow.
A minute
Wow.
to spare.
I timed that pretty good.
At an second time.
Okay.
Half a minute, 30 seconds, 20 seconds.
Good morning.
Morning.
Yes.
Okay, so do we need to waive the reading if we have a motion?
I'll move.
Second?
Aye.
Yeah, that's all right.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
Aye. Motion approved. And, okay, so we're at 10:30 for the hearing number 2 for the Community Development Block Grant. And for the allocation neighborhood revitalization grant application that we heard the first part last week, so.
Like you said, it's the same information from last week, for the, public facilities, neighborhood facilities, projects for the allocation and the revitalization grant. And, for the allocation grants, we had, 5 applications: Maple Leaf Community Center, Middlefield Village Senior Centers, Burton American Legion Hall, Thompson Township Neighborhood Facilities, the Community Center, and Pleasant Hill County Home Rehabilitation Center. That also includes our general administration and fair housing portion of the grant request as well. And there's no new information. The revitalization part of the grant application would include sidewalk improvements for Thompson Square, parks and recreation facilities, for playground equipment, fencing, and neighborhood facilities, community center, public rehabilitation to upgrade and bring that community center up to code.
Okay, so at this point, we would be, you'd be requesting us then to decide on those 5 projects.
I don't have a problem going with the suggested.
Yeah.
Do you have
No.
Yeah, I feel the same
That
way.
looks good.
You know, I think that having the Burton American Legion to have that
Yeah.
project is in major need. Thompson Community Center, I think that'll give a big spark to that area
Sure.
to revitalize that, and I think they you know, brought a good case forward, and I think it'll kind of reinstitute a lot of people there to volunteer additional hours also for that project. And for the Pleasant Hill, I think that there's some serious health concerns there, that really needs to get done, so I think that our money would be best spent with the vets, the Thompson and Pleasant Hills.
I'm with you,
No argument.
totally.
So if we could
Sounds like
go
a
ahead
good
and, if there, is there any discussion or anybody that wants to? Nothing.
It's a shame the money's gone down.
Fine choices
Okay.
on our part.
Just-
So I guess
Gone down so much.
want to close this, the
I mean, from what-
meeting and then call for a vote. So we'll close the public meeting at 10:34, 10:35 or something.
You guys are good.
And,
That's a record.
Okay, so then we have to do then
Those
number
are three.
24, 5, 6.
24, 25, 26, 27 are all here
Okay,
related to the hearing.
okay,
So if you want me to just do them all together?
that sounds good, yep.
Okay, I can you own the documents then?
And those will cover all three of those projects.
The top two are, just you, the bottom two are all three of you.
Okay.
And this actually shows the Legion Hall, the county home in Thompson, and the general administration, the 30,000 that they do for the local programming components.
Okay.
And the second resolution here is for the revitalization.
Okay,
The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the U.S. Department of Housing and Urban Development applicant recipient disclosure update report for Community Development Block Grant, CDBG allocation, and Neighborhood Revitalization Grant. The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the board approve and authorize the president of the board to execute the environmental review, documentation, and certification form for general administration, fair housing, and planning. The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the board approve and execute resolution number 14-099, authorizing the president of the board of Geauga County Commissioners to make application to the State of Ohio Development Services Agency for financial assistance under the State of Ohio's Community Development Block Grant Program for the fiscal year 2014 allocation grant program. The Office of Community and Economic Development is requesting the board approve and execute resolution number 14-0100, authorizing the president of the board of Geauga County Commissioners to make application to the State of Ohio Development Services Agency for financial assistance under the State of Ohio's Community Development Block Grant Program for fiscal year 2014 neighborhood revitalization set aside grant program for Thompson Township.
I'll make a motion for all of those.
I'll second them all.
Commissioner Speedy?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spillier?
aye, motion stand approved.
Good to go.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Anita, thank you too.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm officially not involved.
Oh, really?
But we enjoyed working with Burton Legion Hall.
Yeah.
Mr. McBride's really a sweetie.
Isn't he a sweetheart? Yeah.
And they do so much for that community.
Oh, yeah.
That was a pleasure to work with them. So we'll enjoy next year.
Always good to help our vets.
Bye now.
A couple of these signatures here. Hi, Dan.
Morning, Commissioner.
Okay, so these two are yours.
Okay.
That's that. And how's everything going?
Very well, thank you.
So Dan, we have, the building department, requesting for the, permit technician we've been working on for a while here, so.
Yes, the building department is requesting from the board a new job position and job description for a permit tech. It's a nationally recognized certification for an individual who has to test for and pass the test with extensive knowledge of permit processing and also building codes. So there's only currently 7 permit techs in the state of Ohio right now. To have a person with this kind of knowledge is a great asset to our department. It enables that person to answer questions that usually are only answered by inspectors. And with us being out in the field, to have somebody in the office who can take care of those questions
Right away.
right
away
with
for
yes helps not only our residents, but it also helps us us to focus on something else when we get back to the office, as opposed to making phone calls and answering questions. So we're here to hopefully get a new job description, something that our current secretary Lisa is working towards.
Okay. And then, as far as, looking just ahead here on 29, then, we would put that on the, organizational chart to include that permit coordinator or technician. And then 30 would be to have it, advertised internally for 5 days. So if we can, let's just go ahead, we could read all 28 through 30 and get that.
The building department is requesting the board approve the new position and job description for permit technician number 1108 to be effective June 17, 2014. The building department is requesting the board approve the revised building department organizational chart to include permit technician number 1108. The building department is requesting the board grant permission to advertise for the position of permit technician number 1108 internally for 5 days, June 20th, 2014 through June 27th, 2014.
I'll make those motions.
Second them.
Commissioner Sweetie?
Aye.
Commissioner Rea?
Aye.
Commissioner Spudler?
Aye, all three motions will stand approved.
Thank you.
Dan.
Thank you.
Thanks, Dan.
Okay. For the acknowledgements, we have a sheriff's office account of expenses for prisoner transports filed. The,
April and May.
okay, April and May. And then the meeting is, today, we will be in Portage County, 3 p.m.
Oh, it's not 3:15?
There's one at 3.
There's one at 3 and I believe one at 3:30 or
I
3.
think it's 3 to 15.
Well, they're the
3:15.
same place.
Same place.
Yeah.
Just,
Oh.
but they're doing the public hearing for the tax.
Oh.
budget
Tax
first,
budget
and
has
then
to be
they're gonna do
advertised
a regular
separately.
meeting
I
following
was
that.
confused about that.
Yeah.
Okay, well, 3 of that, I need to make sure I'm there at 3.
Okay, so then we'll be there at 3 today. Then on the 23rd, we have the Board of Revisions at 9 a.m. at the auditor's office. The 24th, we'll have at 9:45 here prior to the meeting, the Investment Advisory Board. And our 6:24 will be the regular session, and it will include the public hearing for the Geauga County tax budget for 2015. Then we have a post-audit meeting on the 24th with the state auditor at 11:30 a.m. On the 24th, the ADP board meeting, 2 p.m. at the auditor's office. Then on the 25th, we have the Perry Nuclear Power Plant training exercise, 9 a.m. at Quail Hollow.
Is that for all of us?
It's the executive committees
Yes.
from all 3 counties.
Yeah.
Oh.
So let's hope the commissioners all come from all 3 counties.
Oh, so they want the commissioners to
Yes.
come?
Yes.
We never did that.
This is all new because of the
We never did
type
that.
of exercise that
Yeah,
they're doing
they're
this
doing
year.
a hostile action
So that's-
simulation, like an
that's
assault on the
next
plant.
Next
So
Wednesday.
it's a fundamentally different exercise than we've ever released since, I've been.
On the 11th,
9 o'clock, okay, I
Blake
do
was
have
with
it.
us when they did a big training, at DES on the 11th where, they went over all kind of the thought process of what they were gonna do.
Yeah, that's
Actually
new.
did some
I don't
actual
recall
training,
ever-
so.
No, that's a new
There
new
will also
scenario.
be, an additional storm chaser training coming up in August. They're gonna try and do it on a session date, like in the afternoon.
So same
Once the
deal.
software is updated and put into place, then you'll get to see the new equipment and that kind of stuff, actually working. And then we have the dry run in September, and then the actual exercise 2 weeks later.
So are they actually chasing storms then? Are they actually?
No, that's the
Not
program
like they
that
do
you
out in
use for
Texas?
the notification system.
Oh.
throughout the
Instead of
event.
all the paper moving through the office,
all
this is all
electronic.
electronic routing.
It's
Someone
all
has a
electronic.
workstation and
This is
they're
the
receiving and
Something
responding.
different, yeah. So that's different too.
Yeah.
Right.
Okay. Then on the 26th, the commissioners will hold a regular session at 6:30 p.m. and will include the review of the revisions to the mitigation plan for Geauga County. On July 1st, the commissioners will hold regular session, and then on the 4th, county offices will be closed for general business due to the 4th of July holiday. 24 operations will continue to operate as usual. So we have Thursday is going to be just the regular day meeting, correct?
We don't have a meeting.
Or we don't have meetings this Thursday, okay, yep. Okay,
Motion to adjourn.
sounds good.
So, okay, so the Quail House, that one